So this is the Vivo V40 5G, a new addition to the Vivo V series lineup. And man, I love using this smartphone. I mean, it has a new sleek and slim design, an amazing camera system with Zeiss lenses and color collaboration, better connectivity, good performance, a faster charger with a bigger battery, a fast, vibrant and bright display, an official IP68 rating, an Aurora ring light, and many more. But friends, this V40 5G cost about $500, which is not that cheap, and at this price point, there are tons of options available at the market. But we will talk more about its price and alternatives later in this video. And friends, keep in mind, if you are someone looking for the best performance phone or a gaming phone, then you should really watch this review till the end to see its performance, as this smartphone has the same chipset as its predecessor, the Vivo V40. And you know, there are so many similarities between these two smartphones, but we will discuss them along the way. So friends, if you are new to the channel, then subscribe. And you know, the beauty of this smartphone lies in its design. But first, let's unbox it. So here is the phone, some manuals and back cover, an 80-watt charger, a USB Type-C cable, and a SIM ejector. Vivo has gone ahead with a circular camera module on the top left at the back, while assisting Aurora ring light right below it. The phone has curved sides and glass back with matte finish with a plastic frame, which makes this phone a bit lighter. It weighs 190 grams. I have this Nebula purple color variant, which not only looks good but also has a pretty decent in-hand feel. This smartphone is also available in other unique and beautiful colors as well. Plus, this Vivo V40 has official IP68 and 69 rating. But you know, the thing that impressed me the most is its fast, beautiful and vibrant display. Well, the Vivo V40 features a 6.78 inches curved AMOLED 1.5K display with an adaptive 120Hz refresh rate. And friends, the display is fast. I mean, the swiping, scrolling and overall animation do feel a bit smoother. Plus, this display is a lot brighter. Vivo claims it can reach a brightness of 4500 nits, which is just mind-blowing. But I see it somewhere between 1600 to 2000 nits in auto mode when you're outside. And you know, this makes a huge impact on multimedia. Well, for starters, this display has full DCI-P3 color gamut, which means you can customize it to your own personal preferences. So that makes the content watching experience on this Vivo V40 just amazing, as it supports HDR10+. So when I got the smartphone and I put my SIM on it and I set it up, then the first thing I wanted to test was its multimedia experience. When I started using it, I was just addicted to it, as you can see. I mean, the deep blacks, the color saturation, and the sharpness makes the display pop. I've watched so many reels on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, as well as watched movies, seasons, songs, and as you can see, it's just awesome on this larger bezel-less screen, whether you are indoors or outdoors. Now, you know, Vivo has finally listened to us. I mean, they've finally given us the dual stereo speakers on this Vivo V40 5G, which also takes the content watching experience a bit further. And let me tell you, the speaker sounds awesome. The loudness and the bass are balanced. Well friends, hear for yourself. Amazing, right? Now, this Vivo V40 comes with some meaningful upgrades in many key areas. But one aspect where it remains the same as its predecessor is its chipset. I mean, this Vivo V40 comes with Snapdragon 7 Gen 3 chipset at its heart, and it's paired with 12GB of LPDDR4X RAM and 256GB of UFS 2.2 storage. There are also other options available, as you can see. Plus, this V40 also offers up to 12GB of extended RAM to help it run demanding tasks easily. And as for the performance, well friends, it's fluid. I mean, the app openings are fast with faster animations, and the 120Hz refresh rate also works a lot smoother here, Plus, Vivo claims it can run up to 40 apps at the background. So I wanted to test it myself. And I have run almost all the apps on the smartphone. So as you can see, this V40 did what Vivo claims. So the performance is not going to be an issue here. Plus, they've also given it an ultra-large VC Smart cooling system, which helps this smartphone stay cool. And I find it more helpful when I was gaming on this smartphone. So as you know, this Vivo V40 series isn't built for gamers, but I did run some games like Call of Duty Mobile, Call of Duty Warzone, PUBG Mobile, Free Fire and Asphalt 9. And let me tell you, the gaming performance of this smartphone is just amazing. I mean, it plays Call of Duty Mobile on smooth with max of 90 FPS, PUBG Mobile on smooth with extreme 60 FPS, Asphalt 9 on its default settings and Free Fire on max. So this smartphone runs games a lot smoother here, as you can see. And I must tell that I really enjoyed gaming on this smartphone, mainly because it has the best in class display and good stereo speakers. So that does make the gaming experience smooth. Plus, this smartphone was an acceptable temperature. As I said, this smartphone has an ultra large VC Smart cooling system. So that does makes a difference. So friends, I am working on the full gaming review of the smartphone, where I will test all these heavy games and tell you its full story. And I will also test the smartphone to its limits. So for that, a sub to the channel will be spectacular. Now, moving on to the software, this V40 comes with Android 14 based on FunTouch OS 14 out of the box. And you know, the UI animations are pretty clean and responsive. And with that 120Hz refresh rate, using the phone is a smooth experience. Plus, this smartphone will receive 3 years of major OS updates and 4 years of security patches updates. Now, you know, when I held this smartphone in my hand, I couldn't believe that it has a 5500 mAh battery. I mean, it's so light for a massive battery. And at first glance, I thought this battery was just for the numbers. But damn, when I started using it, this V40 was easily giving me about 9 hours of screen on time with heavy use and about 16 hours of screen on time with normal use. So it will easily go beyond 1 day for normal users. And when this Vivo V40 runs out of juice, then the included 80-watt charger can charge the smartphone in about 40 minutes from 0 to 100%. So you don't have to wait for hours to fully charge the smartphone. Now, the main highlight of the smartphone is its cameras. I mean, their partnership with Zeiss has made some huge improvements to the cameras of this Vivo V40 5G. Well, it has two 50 megapixel camera sensors on the back and a 50 megapixel selfie camera. And man, the camera performs admirably. I took hundreds of photos to see the full capabilities of the smartphone's camera. And friends, it continued to impress me in all kinds of lighting conditions, whether in low light or bright daylight. As you can see, these images have the best dynamic range and good details. I mean, I can see some softening in some images, but they have good color reproduction. Plus, I am very impressed by the low light shots and especially the portraits. As you can see, these are some of the best low light portraits I've ever seen. So, both the main and the ultra-wide camera performs amazingly in daylight, but things take a turn for the ultra-wide camera in low light. I mean, the camera's narrow aperture really let it down. Now, selfies also turns out great with good skin tones, high dynamic range and good details. Well, it's a 50 megapixel camera, so it can capture good selfies. Now, for the videos, I can say the same. I mean, the color reproduction and the dynamic range are top of the line, but in daylight, it's just so great to see. But the entire story changes in low light, as you can see. Well friends, I am working on the full camera review of this smartphone, where I will test its full camera capabilities including features. So for that video, stay tuned to my channel by subscribing it. Now in terms of connectivity, this smartphone has Wi-Fi 5, 5G and Bluetooth 5.4. It also has NFC, and for the security, the smartphone features an in-display fingerprint scanner, which works a lot faster and it's placed a bit downwards, but users can get used to it if they use it daily. Plus, the face unlock works so quickly that I can't even see. I mean, I sometimes forget that the face unlock is turned on. It's just a single tick. So friends, that brings me to my final verdict. So, this V40 brings along some notable improvements compared to its predecessor, but it retains the same chipset. This means at the starting price of $520, this smartphone is more expensive than the Realme GT60, Samsung Galaxy S23, OnePlus Nord 4, and newly launched Xiaomi 14T. And you know, these smartphones offer much faster performance as compared to this one, but they also fall short in some ways compared to this smartphone. Having said that, this V40 offers good battery backup, a slim and sleek design, a bright, vibrant and fast display, and amazing cameras, and smooth and fluid software. While I think that the general software lacks some key features that its smartphone's competition offers, but the camera software is top notch. So friends, if you are looking for the best overall mid-range smartphone, then I do recommend it for Vivo lovers and normal users at this price point, as you've seen everything for yourself.
So, if you live in Pakistan and you want to buy new smartphones at amazing prices, then Sharjah Mobile offers some of the best prices in the market. They provide best-in-class customer service and have partnerships with other smartphone companies like Vivo, Oppo, Infinix, Tecno, and more. So if you are planning on buying your next smartphone, whether it's new or used, then contact them or visit their shop. I will leave their contact number and address in the comments section. Plus, use the code Hamza to get exclusive discounts on smartphone prices.
So yeah, that's all for this review. I hope you like this video, and if you do, then please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to never miss a review video like this one. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and leave your thoughts in the comment section. So my name is Hamza, this is Headstick, and see you in the next video. If you want to watch the full review of the iPhone 13 in 2024, then that video is right here. And if you want to watch the Techno Common 30 review, then that video is right here. Thank you for watching.